Alright, so you may have seen in a previous video, I bought this 100-pound propane tank so that I'd have a fuel source up here so I didn't have to transport. Propane is often, and frankly it's also just more economical, especially some of the appliances I have run on those little green tanks. I don't know what they are, like a 1-pounder. They're super expensive now, but buying, from direct from a place where you can go fill up is a lot more affordable. And I was thinking there'd just be a pressure difference where from this large tank, he would just fill that small one. I have hoses and valves that are meant for this process, and couldn't figure out why I was only getting a tiny amount in, and it might not even been actual fuel. Well, I posted a video, and again, trying to build a community, trying to learn from each other. Thanks, shout out to Kirk. Kirk is a member of the Vehicle Research Institute, which is the engineering program that I graduated out of. Kirk is one of the smartest guys in that program, one of the most competent. He commented on the video and mentioned propane under pressure is liquid. It needs to be gravity fed, which means I need to flip this tank upside down. So first off, thanks so much, Kirk. Shout out to you. Secondly, I'm super glad that the whole idea of sharing ideas and creating a community is actually creating results and helping me out, and I want to do the same for you guys. And number three, this is one of the importances of having physical strength and being physically fit, because this is not going to be easy. Now, I'm definitely going to need to do a lot more legit setup. What I'll probably end up doing is building a frame for this out of 2x4s or even 4x4s to support the weight. Today, I'm basically just planning on putting it on a stump and flipping it upside down and leaning it in a way where hopefully it'll be stable. That's definitely not a great plan long term. I'll probably end up doing some kind of strapping or ropes to just at least keep it in place for the time being. But I want to do that and make sure it works, because in addition to that fire, with the wood stove fire, which by itself is sufficient and plenty to keep the cabin and myself warm, I also have a little space heater that's meant for, those types of applications, and those little tanks run on that, so I kind of want to start using that. And I also have a barbecue in there that is portable, can go outside. It also runs on those smaller tanks. So I'm going to give it a shot. We're going to see. I mean, this is a 100-pound tank. It's definitely not light, and it's a little awkward in shape. 100 pounds isn't terribly heavy for me, but without having a second set of hands or a better planner stability, it might not be super simple. So let's see how this goes. So the smartest way to do this is to utilize some snow and try to get it where I can just set the tank right on top of this and just angle it up. It shouldn't really be that hard. It's not like I'm lifting 100 pounds. I need to use leverage. So this stump, I wish I had more tools here right now. With it being winter and I can only get here on the snowmobile, I couldn't really bring any skill saws or generator or anything like that. This really isn't the best long-term plan. And basically, bring it down here. And the snow is actually going to help me because it's giving me quite literally like a leg up. Now, these things have a protective top, so this shouldn't do any damage to the nozzle. All right. Walking on over. Lean. For right this second, yeah, man, this is not gonna work long term, that's for sure. I need some shims to level it out better. You can make a shim. Hell, I got firewood that would work for a shim. Alright, so we'll shim this up. Again, this is temporary. So it's not the worst thing in the world. I can even access the nozzle still, but obviously I want to strap that into place. Well, do me one better. I actually have cable, like steel cable. I don't know if it's the right size. If I can get enough tension on it where it's not going to move around, then this will be perfect for a temporary solution. promising. It's getting very cold and I hear fuel flowing. All right. It's definitely not full, but there's definitely fuel in there that was not before. I'm not super excited that I'm about to lose all this fuel. Oh, that's cold. Sometimes I feel like Tim Allen. Tim the Toolman Taylor, I should say. You guys remember that show? Everyone thought that he was just doing that funny stuff on purpose, but he was just incompetent most of the time. What I should have done with that last one is open that valve first, let it empty before putting my hand right next to the super cold fuel, but it's okay. And remember, with plumbing threads, they're backwards. It's lefty-tighty. Well, there we have it. Progress. My mission is self-reliance through sustainable living, and we're here to build a community. Click here to subscribe to be sure to get more awesome content for living off the land. And be sure to go in to enter for notifications. Click that bell, get notifications, and stay in tune. Subscribe, watch, and comment. Let's build a community. See you soon.